Wow, you think he's going to walk?
I think so.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be looking at the biggest names who have reportedly shown some level of support for Sean Diddy Combs ever since the troubling allegations against him surfaced in November 2023.
He spoke his truth.
Yes.
He didn't speak my truth. He didn't speak your truth. He spoke his truth.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. While many celebrities have stayed silent about the Diddy allegations, even when directly asked, Floyd Mayweather Jr. brought them up unprompted during a February 2024 interview. According to Complex Magazine, while on the Pivot podcast, Mayweather abruptly shifted the conversation, describing the accusations as, quote, mistakes.
I'm not going to speak bad about P. Diddy because he's still a black man. Mistakes happen, and I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake, but things happen in life.
While he did not condone Combs's alleged actions, he refused to condemn him, arguing that it isn't his or anyone else's job to do so. He then added that even if his own daughter were a victim, that would be her burden to carry.
I don't think it's right at all, and I don't condone it. Even if that happened to my daughter, I would be hurt. But that's a choice that my daughter made.
These comments lit a firestorm on social media, with many highlighting his own history of domestic violence allegations. Perhaps the harshest criticism came from rapper 50 Cent, who publicly questioned Mayweather's intelligence over the comments.
I call him champ when I'm talking about him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to take away the discipline and the work that he put in.
Stevie J. This DJ and record producer first gained fame as one of the in-house producers at Bad Boy Records, earning a Grammy for his work on Combs's 1997 debut album, No Way Out. But his connection to the allegations against Combs run even deeper, as he was personally named in the civil lawsuit filed by producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones.
He also said that you played a significant role in carrying guns for Diddy and recruiting women for prostitution.
You hear that, man?
In an interview with Fox 5 New York, Stevie J, who was at Combs's home during his arrest, defended the music mogul, describing him as a law-abiding citizen.
We don't do that. We're law-abiding citizens. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? This is another crucifixion of a black legend.
Even after the release of the disturbing hotel surveillance footage showing Combs attacking Cassie Ventura, Stevie J maintained that Combs was in a, quote, dark place in his life, and likely under the influence when he committed the act.
Diddy and Cassie would have these binges, these 3-day, 4-day binges in hotel rooms. They would take a lot of drugs and take IVs afterwards, and Puffy was going into rehab during this time and so forth.
Uncle Luke.
I think it was a big grandstand situation.
Because it was daylight.
It was daylight. It was sending a message. It was sending a message that this is what we're going to do, how we're going to do it.
To many, the case against Combs seems straightforward, with the high-profile trial seen as the result of years of alleged misconduct. However, former 2 Live Crew rapper Luther Uncle Luke Campbell believes something more sinister is at play. As reported by Page 6, Uncle Luke defended Combs shortly before his house was raided in March 2024, claiming that the rap mogul was being targeted because of his legal battle with liquor giant Diageo.
Yeah, Diageo, they come after you.
Right.
You know, they come after you. If you're going to go into a court of law and think you're going to win a fight without them deframing you or making you look like the worst person in the world.
In 2023, Combs had filed a racial discrimination lawsuit against the company, accusing them of intentionally undermining the distribution of his Ciroc vodka and De Leon tequila labels. Uncle Luke suggested that by taking legal action, Combs had bitten the hand that fed him and is now facing the repercussions of that defiance.
He made the wrong enemies. I mean, he went and essentially did what our parents always say, never bite the hand that feeds you. And so now he's in a world of trouble.
Umar Johnson. Controversial activist and psychologist Dr. Umar Johnson also buys into the conspiracy theory involving Diageo.
I believe Diddy went down because he sued the parent company of his liquor label for not properly promoting, marketing, and advertising his liquor brand.
Speaking to a group of college students in 2024, he argued that Sean Combs was imprisoned not because of the charges against him, but because he had founded a Black-first political party and sued Diageo. Johnson also likened Combs's so-called freak-off parties to those of Hugh Hefner, suggesting that the media's portrayal of Combs shows a racial double standard.
You never see this with a white man accused of the same. You never see this with a Caucasian accused of the same. His lawyers should do all that they can to fight against Cassie testifying.
He further questioned the legitimacy of the federal case, claiming that the sex trafficking charge lacks any concrete evidence. To Johnson, the timing of the case was no coincidence either. It was, in his view, an attempt to distract the Black community from the 2024 presidential election.
Interstate prostitution. That is the only thing I can see him being convicted of. I do not see the sex trafficking.
Slim Thug.
That's how I look at it, man. We losing another billionaire over allegations at this point. Still ain't no criminal charges. You know what I'm saying? We only got about 1 billionaire left. Who, Jay-Z?
When it was first reported that Cassie Ventura had sued Sean Combs for physical and sexual assault, one notable figure who tried to dismiss her claims was Slim Thug. The rapper made headlines by implying that Ventura only filed the lawsuit because she was cut off from Combs' wealth and wanted a quick payday.
That motherfucking apartment got smiled in the bitch. That lifestyle fell off. Now it's struggle time. The love wearing off, and now you trying to come up with ways to figure out how to get paid.
He then doubled down by criticizing those who, in his view, were celebrating the downfall of yet another Black billionaire. However, following the release of the disturbing hotel surveillance video of Combs and Ventura, Slim Thug changed his tune. He offered an apology to Ventura for his previous remarks, admitting that Combs' actions in the video were indefensible.
And you end up going to jail for smoking the slow. And you was a whole king to your hood. It's that fast, it's that easy.
Ray J. Initially, Ray J strongly criticized Sean Combs in light of the allegations against him. After the hotel surveillance footage was released, he appeared on the Club Shay Shay podcast and declared that Combs' actions were so appalling that he deserved a public whipping.
From everybody that you've slain and hurt, 1,000 lashes. Publicly, 1,000. That would help.
However, just a few months later, Ray J did a complete 180. In November 2024, during an appearance on News Nation's Cuomo, he questioned whether the alleged freak-off parties were real at all.
I've never seen a freak-off. What does that really mean? I mean, is that really real? Is this 50-50? Are we creating a new narrative for something that's not there?
Then in May 2025, after Combs' federal trial had begun, Ray J voiced even stronger support on Piers Morgan Uncensored. Not only did he insist the freak-offs never happened, but he also argued that the case had dragged on for too long and called for Combs to be released.
There's really there's nothing here, right? I think they made their point, whatever they were trying to make. Your point is made. Now let Diddy out. Free Diddy.
Faison Love. Although Cassie Ventura's claims are the most widely known, Sean Combs still faces a slew of serious charges including sex trafficking, kidnapping, and arson. But actor and comedian Faison Love remains skeptical about the legitimacy of some of these accusations.
I have only experienced nothing but respect from Diddy. I've never had a weird moment or...
According to Complex magazine, while Love agrees that Combs should be jailed for assaulting Ventura, he still questions whether the other allegations classify as crimes. After authorities seized numerous bottles of baby oil from Combs' property, Love took to social media to ask the burning question, when has being nasty been a federal crime?
So? You said the federal government is getting involved with us in the bedroom now? You can't be a freak?
He also referenced the racially charged case of boxer Jack Johnson, who was convicted of transporting a woman across state lines, seemingly implying that race may also be a factor in Diddy's prosecution.
It's Hollywood. That's why people go to Hollywood for the debauchery. Let's not get it twisted. Ain't nobody innocent in Hollywood.
Boosie Badazz. When he's not facing backlash for making homophobic or transphobic statements, or for admitting to disturbing behavior involving his children, Boosie Badazz often sparks controversy with his opinions on high-profile cases.
But how I was raised, if you beat your bitch, that's your problem. It never made me say you're not my friend anymore. That's what I stand on.
Ever since the allegations against Combs surfaced, Boosie has remained skeptical. After Combs was arrested, he argued that many other entertainers have engaged in similar behavior, but never faced legal consequences.
I don't like to see a black man just brought down like that, you know? And that's crazy because our own kind, we kick each other down the most.
Later, following Cassie Ventura's harrowing testimony during the trial, Boosie reportedly voiced support for Combs once again, according to Complex magazine. He claimed that Ventura must have enjoyed the wild parties and gifts she received from Combs, and insisted that the case against the rap mogul should be classified as domestic violence rather than sex trafficking.
Either she was traumatized, she was sick and hurt, or she loved every minute of it.
Or both.
You know, it's either or.
Tyrese Gibson.
We have gotten so used to the lie. The truth is uncomfortable.
In March 2024, just days after the federal agents raided Sean Combs' homes, the rapper got a message of encouragement from Tyrese Gibson. In a now-deleted Instagram post, Gibson shared a picture of Combs with a lengthy caption expressing love for him and praising the, quote, legendary parties he once hosted. He made it clear that he wasn't trying to downplay the allegations, but also emphasized his continued support for Combs, saying he was always just a phone call away.
I've lost a lot of sleep over accusations and things that people have said about me, coming at me, or whatever else as well. There's going to be people in the comments now.
Gibson went on to add that he was simply voicing what others in the industry were too scared to say publicly, offering prayers for Combs, his family, and the alleged victims. Following the backlash online, the post was removed, and Gibson has since remained largely silent about the case.
I'm trying to tell y'all some uncomfortable truths, and these truths might be uncomfortable because you're like, who the man? I'm talking to you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Kanye West.
He apparently has he's had a relationship with him. And Diddy hasn't gotten a lot of that. So he responded to it.
Kanye West and Sean Combs have shared a professional relationship since the early 2000s. In 2022, when West landed in hot water for an anti-Semitic tweet and lost many business partnerships, Combs was one of the few who publicly defended him, calling him a misunderstood free thinker. Now it appears West is returning the favor.
He writes on X, formerly Twitter, February 6th, Free Puff, referring to one of Combs' former stage names, before adding in a separate message, Puff, we love you.
According to E! News, he has become one of Combs' most vocal supporters. West has taken to social media to advocate for Combs' release from jail, and even tried leveraging his connection with President Donald Trump to help. West also reportedly spoke with Combs by phone while in custody, during which Combs thanked him for his support and for checking in on his children.
I'm beat this and get next to you like 59 more days before trial. So.
Are you keeping up with the Diddy trial? Which of his celebrity supporters has been the most shocking to you? Let us know in the comments.
But we want to make an example out of Sean Puffy Combs. He was too confident, he was too big, and it was time for us to bring him down.